Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, you faces, to this. This is my Elimination Chamber 2017 review. Good God Almighty. I am knackered. It is like 4:05 in the morning on Sunday night. Well, Monday morning. My internet has just goddamn died. So, yay for that. So when this video is uploaded, basically this is recorded live on Sunday night. My the WWE network has just went on me. My internet has just gone on me, so I'm gonna go and get some sleep after this review. So, Mojo Rawley defeated Kurt Hawkins 1-0 so far. That was actually a pretty good match. Not the best, but for a pre-show match, it was alright. It was alright. Next up, Becky Lynch defeated Mickie James. I've got the list. I've managed to keep the list just in time, so I can make sure that all the match. I've made a list of all the matches. So if you see me looking down, I'm making sure that I've got the list. I thought this match would be the best out of the three women's division matches. That was a goddamn lie because it was actually the second women's match that we had. But yeah, it was actually a pretty good match. It was a great way to open the show, I thought. Becky got the win, which I'm goddamn happy about. And yeah, I think it was really good. Next up, I'm not going to say the... Well, if you want me to say the times, I'll say the times. So the Mojo Rawley defeated Kurt Hawkins in about 8 minutes. That was pretty... it was a good opener. Becky Lynch defeated Mickie James in 11 minutes and 40 seconds. It didn't feel like 11 minutes. It felt more like 15. So that was actually a good way. Next up, American Alpha defeated The Ascension, the Usos, Heath Slater and Rhino, the Raw Villains, and Breezango. So I did keep a track of who was eliminated and how they were, and who came in first, how they got, when they were eliminated, who eliminated them, and how they were eliminated. And yeah, I can't remember. So yeah. So first up was Heath Slater and Rhino. I genuinely thought they would come out I thought they would actually come out 5th or 6th. I thought they would actually be the last team out, but being first was fair enough. Then Breezango came out second and were the first team eliminated. I don't know what they're doing with Breezango. I have to admit, Tyler Breeze is a pretty good wrestler, Fandango's pretty good, and they're just jobbers now, which is really, really sad. Rhino pinned Fandango after a gore, so that was actually pretty good. Next up, the third team out were the Raw Villains, and as you can clearly tell, Heath Slater and Rhino pinned them. Again, the Raw Villains are a good tag team. They, if they were booked right, they would be a tag team champions. They could be tag team champions. But the way they were booked in this match was, it was actually pretty good. So Heath Slater pinned Aiden English after a smash hit. Then the Usos came out and pinned Rhino and pinned Heath Slater and Rhino. It was twin magic, kind of like Nikki and Brie when they first came into the company. Not bad, but pretty bloody. It was stupid, but anyway. Jimmy pinned Slater after a super kick from Jay. So Jay hit the super kick on Heath Slater, and then Jimmy got the pin, which was kind of bad. And then the guys who came out and won it again, American Alpha. Number 5. Again, I thought they would be number 1 because they were the tag team champs. But number 5 is not too bad. American Alpha eliminated the Usos by Gable pinning Jay with a roll up and then completely destroying American Alpha afterwards. Then the final team, the 6th team, were the Ascension. Pretty good way to get the pretty good way to get the match going with the takeout. I thought it was alright, but it does look like the Ascension can't get the job done even when American Alpha were taken out by the Usos. Gable pinned Victor after a grand amputation, which looked bloody good. So, your winners, American Alpha, at 21 minutes and 10 seconds. Again, I didn't expect it to be that good of a match. Oh, apologies. And then before that match was Calypso and Apollo Crews defeated Dolph Ziggler. Again, why have this 2-on-1 handicap match? Dolph did take out Calypso at the beginning of the match, and then it was a 1-on-1 match with Apollo Crews. Why? Just why have the 2-on-1 handicap gimmick? It's stupid, but it kind of worked. Apollo Crews tagged in Calypso from behind, hits him with a spinning powerbomb, and ends the match there. 7 minutes 20 seconds. So 7 minutes 20 seconds, and then Dolph takes a chair to Cruz's legs and stamps on it twice. It's a good way to get him off TV. Is he going to come back for WrestleMania? We don't know. I don't know, but yeah. So that was an alright match. So at this point, I'm 4-0 up. I am 4-0 up. I have got. I predicted Mojo Rawley, Becky Lynch, Kalisto and Dolph Ziggler and Apollo Crews, and I did predict American Alpha to win, and then it was bloody destroyed by Nikki Bella versus Natalya, ending in a double fucking countout. Good God, this match was actually the best women's match of the night. It was a really good match. I thought it was one of the better matches on the card. Yeah, it was a really solid. It was a good, solid match. It really was. But to have it ended in a double countout is just bloody stupid. If they're gonna do something at WrestleMania like a last woman standing match, then I can actually get behind that, because the last time the women were in a hardcore gimmick match that wasn't Hell in a Cell or the Steel Cage match was the women's hardcore match between Trish Stratus and Victoria for the women's title, if I recall, in 2002. Last time they actually got into a proper hardcore match. And then Chyna and Jeff Jarrett in 99. But again, that's a man taking on a woman. Really good back and forth match. Nikki actually cinching in the STF at a very good way of cinching in the STF. But again, count-out. It's just a damn count-out. And then that went downhill from there. So at that point, I was 4-1. Thanks to Natalya. Fuck. If Nikki got in the ring, I would have won, but Natalya didn't. Randy Orton defeated Luke Harper. This was the best, bar the main event, this was the best match of the night. This was the best match. This did not feel 17 minutes. It felt like a good 20-25 minute match. They could go 20, 25, 30 minutes. It was a good match. Obviously, double super kick, Luke Harper hit the super kick. Randy Orton was out on his feet. He spun around, another super kick, 1-2, kick out of 2. Brawling on the outside by throwing Luke Harper, by Luke throwing Randy over the announce table, and then Randy doing the same thing. Discus clothesline, blocked, spun around into the RKO, which was bloody landed on his knees, but it was okay. Stupid way of, he landed on his knees and he just went, whee, bam, and did that, which was kind of funny. But yeah, it was a good match. Again, it was 17 minutes and 15 seconds. Brie Bella and Natalya was 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Again, another, it was a good match. It was the best match I thought it was the best match on the card before the main event. Okay, now, this one is going to be a bit polarizing, because it's Nyomi defeating Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's title. It was a good match, don't get me wrong. It was a good match. But they shouldn't have put the title on Nyomi here. They should have put the title on her at Orlando. Now, a lot of people are thinking, oh, but, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, you fucking idiot. You don't know fuck all. WrestleMania is in Orlando, Florida. You would have gotten a bigger pop at WrestleMania, in my personal opinion. To do the title change, like 8 weeks, 7 weeks before WrestleMania is stupid. Just like it did in the main event. You keep the title on the champion, and then if it's a hometown crowd, you put the title on the champion. You change the title at a major show. You don't put the title. You don't change the title on just a random show. Just like fucking Bayley did on Raw. Charlotte can't fucking keep doing that. It's stupid. Bayley winning the women's the Raw SmackDown title, the Raw SmackDown title, the Raw Women's title is fucking good. But that's on fucking free TV, so we know for a fact that Charlotte's going to win it back at Fastlane. We know that. So it's just stupid doing a title change on free TV. It's just stupid. Because she didn't get the job done at the Royal Rumble, why is she granted a rematch on an episode of Raw? Because Charlotte's still, 15-0? It's just stupid. 1 minute, guys. Apologies, thought it was my... Sorry guys, I thought it was my pizza. I'm still waiting on a pizza. It should have been delivered about an hour ago, fuckers. So, the match was good, don't get me wrong, the emotion of it was high, but they should have done it at WrestleMania because it's Naomi's hometown, and I think it would have been a bigger pop because of the tragedy. Even though, it was a tragic event, it would have given Orlando Florida something to be... to cheer for if Naomi won the title at Orlando. It would have been better. But yeah. So, then, the main event. Bray Wyatt defeating John Cena, AJ Styles, The Miz, Dean Ambrose, and Baron Corbin inside the Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship in 34 minutes and 20 seconds. First off, the new Elimination Chamber looks bloody awesome. I think that is awesome. The style of the cage has been changed. It looks deadlier in my opinion. It looks deadlier by the wood on the floor. But good God, there were so many ways that you can do. Even though the chamber's the hellish structure, it looked for some reason, in my opinion, it looked deadlier. I don't know why, but it looked deadlier in my opinion. The pods are rectangles now, and they have glass on both sides. They have sliding glass on both sides. You have the way it looks. You have a better you have a better walkway where you can stand and you can jump off and do more moves. It just looks deadlier in my opinion, and that's all. If it looks deadly, you don't want to step in there because it is Satan's structure. And good God, it just looks awesome. In my opinion, it looks awesome, and I don't care what anybody else thinks. So, just like I did, I made sure I wrote everybody's name down who was going to be, who came in first, who was eliminated first, and who were, who was eliminated, when they entered, and who eliminated them, and how they were eliminated, and the time they were eliminated. So, let's get on to it. So, the first elimination, so it was John Cena and AJ Styles who came out first. It was Dean, Baron, The Miz, and Bray Wyatt in the pods. The first person who was out, so basically it was AJ Styles first, then John Cena. Then the first person who came out was Dean Ambrose, and did a very sickening flip suplex onto AJ. So basically a flip suplex is basically when you take them up for a normal suplex, but then you spin them in the air and then they land on their back. That looked awesome. Dean climbed onto his pod and jumped off onto John by dropping an elbow. That looked awesome. Dean and AJ were on was on the pod. One was on the pod, one was on the grate, and just smashing their heads. AJ and Dean were both getting their heads smashed into the pods, and it actually left prints of their faces, the side of their faces. Ambrose, Bray came when Bray entered. He went up the corner turnbuckle to basically grab Dean and try to do something, and AJ was was on the pod, and they all fell down, and AJ fucking did a flip bump up there. There were so many spots. John and AJ climbed the ladder, fucking up there fighting. John fell down, lasted about 5 minutes on the floor. It looked deadly, and it was a great way to get the to put over the new style of the Elimination Chamber, because fuck me, that looked awesome. So, like I said, so the first elimination came by Baron Corbin, who entered fifth. He was eliminated by Dean Ambrose by a schoolboy. I don't like I don't like it when schoolboys happen, but meh, what you gonna do? In 18 minutes and 15 seconds. Then Baron Corbin destroyed him completely. And then Dean Ambrose was eliminated. He entered third by The Miz by the end of days. Baron did the end of days onto Dean, walked out. Miz got the pin 1, 2, 3 at 20 minutes and 35 seconds. So that gets that feud nicely and up and done. Next, third elimination came from by The Miz, who entered sixth. By John Cena with an attitude adjustment at 23 minutes and 25 seconds. So if it lasted 10 more seconds, it would have been exactly 3 minutes from the last elimination, which I thought was actually good. It was actually pretty good. It was a good attitude adjustment. And then basically John Cena and AJ Styles, who entered 2 and 1 respectively, were eliminated by Bray Wyatt, with Sister Abigail at 29 minutes and 34 minutes and 20 seconds respectively to become the WWE Champion. So my prediction was completely and utterly fucking off. I said John or AJ. No, I said John. I did say John or Dean. I did say John or Bray to win the match, but my prediction was AJ. So I did technically lose the prediction. So let's go through it. Got the first 4 matches right. Got Nikki Bella and Natalya wrong. Got Randy Orton and Luke Harper right. Then got Naomi wrong. And then got Bray wrong. So overall, I got 5 right and 3 wrong. I think that's actually pretty good on my part. To get 3 right and 4 wrong is pretty good. To get 5 right and 3 wrong is pretty good. I actually thought I was going to get 4 right and 4 wrong. I thought I was going to be 50-50. But to get 5 right, to get the first 4 as well right, was pretty good. I genuinely thought I thought I was going to whitewash the entire event, get all of them right. But when Nikki and Natalya went to double countout, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's a shitty way to end a fucking match, double countout. But it does kind of continue the feud, which I do like. I do like the feud. I will admit that one. So, what does that do for WrestleMania? Well, it confirms Bray versus Randy Orton. Is Randy going to win the match? I don't know. I really want Bray to retain. We've got Dean versus Miz, or Dean versus Baron, so that's pretty good. We may have a feud with John and Nikki versus The Miz and Maryse. Which seems okay. I really don't want to see a mixed tag match at WrestleMania because fuck The Miz and fuck Maryse. That gimmick is awesome, but Miz doesn't deserve to be at WrestleMania. No offense. He deserves to be there, but not high on the card. But John is big match John. He ain't gonna dwindle in the fucking mid card, is he? Well, he did with, he did, but again, it's just John being, it's John. I like John as the person. I actually saw something today. He was at a Comic-Con with Nikki, Brie, and Daniel, and it was the joke about, it was basically the same video that's been going around about when John couldn't show a kid where he likes to, what his favourite food is and stuff like that, and it was like, well, it's on Nikki, but I can't show you it. It was like, I can't do it. If I can find the clip, I'll post it in the comment section because fuck me, that was funny. So I would rather see Nikki versus Natalya in the last woman standing match at WrestleMania. I think that would be awesome, in my personal opinion. Who do American Alpha face at WrestleMania? I think it should be SmackDown versus Raw. I think it should be the SmackDown tag team champions versus the Raw tag team champions in a which tag team champion is better kind of thing. Whoever. Oh yeah, it's the club. So so Fastlane is coming up on March the 5th. I will definitely be doing the predictions for Fastlane if I can. I'll try and not make it for Sunday. If I can, I'll try and do it for Saturday. If not, it'll have to be Sunday. But it's Goldberg versus Kevin Owens, and I know for a fact that Jericho is no more anymore. I think Charlotte will get a rematch for the Women's Championship. I don't know. We're going to have Roman Reigns versus fucking Braun Strowman. That's going to be fucking fun. That's going to be fun to fucking watch. Anyway, getting back to this. What do you do about the women's title match? I don't know. Like I said in my predictions, I want to see a fatal 4-way between Becky, Mickey, Alexa, and Naomi. I think that'll be really fun. And have Naomi win that at WrestleMania in Orlando, and then have her lose the belt to Becky at Extreme Rules. I think that'll be pretty good over for SmackDown Live pay-per-view. I think that'll be pretty good. Mojo and Kurt, if it carries on, I really want to see when Zack Ryder returns. I really want him to see which one he chooses, his current tag team partner or the old tag team partner. I think that'll be pretty funny. I think that'll be a pretty good way of telling a story, in my personal opinion. Well, what do you do with AJ Styles? What do you do with The Miz? What do you do with John Cena, AJ Styles, The Miz, Dean Ambrose, and Baron Corbin? What do you do? With Styles, you don't put him for a belt. You don't put him in that ladder match. If they're building up for a ladder match at WrestleMania, put these four in that match. And then put, wait a minute. Combine two stories. Combine AJ Styles, The Miz, Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin, Kalisto, and Dolph Ziggler. Have a 6-man ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Have Apollo Crews return. Take out Dolph. Have Miz take out Dolph Ziggler. Have Dean retain. And then that carries on the feud with Apollo Crews and Dolph Ziggler, and you can basically put Dean with anybody, and that'll be a fucking great match. So I think that's what they should do. I think they should add Kalisto and Dolph Ziggler into the 4-man, Bar, Bray, and John, and have a 6-man match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title match. I think that'll be pretty good, and have Apollo come out and take him out, and take Dolph out of the match, and then have Dean retain. I think that'll be pretty good. So yeah, like I say, Fastlane is coming up on March 5th. I will be trying to do a review before March 5th. I will try my best. If not, expect the predictions on March 5th. I will try and get a review. I will try and get my review up as well on the night. Not promising. God, this is gone for 23 minutes. It's now 5:23. Fuck me. I'm going to sleep. Have fun, guys, and hope you guys are staying safe. Catch you.